on its way. And this is taken outside for ball one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They didn't get it done here in front of a big opening day crowd, but they'll look to get back on track here.
Yeah, Matty, I know it's not do or die. It's only game 2 of the season, but you never want to drop the home opener, and you certainly don't want to find yourselves 0-2 when you leave the ballpark today.
Swing and a line drive. Foul. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. This will kick up against the wall now. And the Yankees are in business here. It's a leadoff double.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with a runner in scoring position one batter into the game.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. Lifetime history with Alex Cobb. He's only 2 for 10. He also has 1 home run. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Liner toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit. LeMahieu rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Giancarlo Stanton, fastball too low for ball one. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call a pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you, if you're calling that high strike, it opens up a lot of room for the pitcher.
I agree with you, Dio. That's a tough pitch to get on top of and to put it in play. So if you're a pitcher right now, try to elevate in that top part of that strike zone.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Aaron Judge has in store. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Lane 11, 1-1.
Hit high and deep to right center. Mancini makes the catch for out number 3. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Yankees 1 and the Orioles nothing. Luis Severino, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Talk about impressive. How about an ERA under 2 last season for this guy? If he continues to pitch like that this year, he's going to put himself near the top echelon of pitchers. Not going to be an easy thing to do, but we'll see how he starts out in this one.
At the plate, Jose Iglesias. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. Reined in. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of professional at-bats up and down this lineup. I know they're behind right now, but it only takes one guy to set the tone and get the boys going.
Standing in now, Ramon Urias. Fouled off. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Good waste pitch, 1-2. Bases are empty, one man out. And it's fouled away. Here's a pop-up now. And the first baseman can't get there. The next 1-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They were in day as they took game 1 of the season on the road.
Yeah, Matty, not easy to start opening day on the road and grab a W in the opponent's ballpark, but that's what happened.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They trail this one 1-0. Coming to the plate now, Torres. He'll get us started in the top of the second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Torres is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat.
Yeah, this guy absolutely does not discriminate, and you could close your eyes during batting practice and know exactly who's hitting the baseball in the cage.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that into memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Into the box, Mike Ford, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Torres aboard here at first with nobody out. Fouled away. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. He's got it to Iglesias for 1. Return throw not in time, and that turned into a closer play than I thought it would at first sight. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Well, when you get a ground ball in a double play situation, you always want to turn it, but that was a tough hit to do it on. You don't want to rush and make a mistake and get no out, so that was a good job to at least get the runner going into second.
Miguel Andujar comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. From the belt, the pitch runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Yankees lead this 1-0 here in inning number 2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hayes is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball. 20-12. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball, no.
A runner on first with 2 away. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
Here's Brett Gardner now, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. 2 down, runners at first and second. Line drive to left. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw comes in quickly here, and that'll prevent the runner at third from testing things here.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic, you got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
1 ball, no strikes the count. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Barehanded, he throws home. Safe. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Here's big Aaron Judge. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Given the situation, he's got an opportunity to break this game wide open. Comes set, the 0-1. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. Gone! It's a grand slam. So 1 swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Second home run early in the year. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Yeah, and you've got to feel really sorry for the pitcher. He was up against the ropes, bases loaded, with the power hitter at the plate. The best thing you could do in that situation is to try to keep him from making hard contact. Well, so much for that. He obviously made a mistake, and the big slugger made him pay.
Wade LeBlanc is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. Hayes on the run for it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. So they put up a big number in the inning as 5 crossed the plate. And this was the biggie here, the grand slam home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2, and it's all New York. 6-0 Yanks. And here's Renato Nunez. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And the guy I want to focus on is second baseman DJ LeMahieu. I think what we need to take into consideration is his ability to play that position at 6'4", 6'5", with soft hands and the ability to turn a double play. We already know he's an offensive force.
In there for strike 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Line drive to center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Stepping into the box, Anthony Santander. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. Into the flag court and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and they're on the board. It's 6-1.
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Austin Hayes the next to bat. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Grounded weakly toward third. Scooped up. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Orioles get one back on the solo home run. We've played two, and this is now a 6-1 ball. Welcome back to Baltimore as we send you down to check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. First delivery to him on the way. Back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matt. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A runner at first with no outs here. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A bouncer up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's locked.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel of the ball, and this is one of those guys.
At the plate now, Mike Ford, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. None out, runners at first and second. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit weakly back to the mound. Oh, and that all developed too late to get him at first, and now the bases are loaded here.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's now 7-1.
You know who's the happiest man in the building right now? His starting pitcher. He's got a big old smile on his face. He knows he has a 6-run lead here in the early going to work with. You can't let that take away your edge, though.
So here's the veteran Brett Gardner as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. A base hit in his first trip. And there's ball one.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu. First offering on its way. And he might get them all home as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Santander is there to make the catch, and they'll escape the bases loaded jam by giving up just one run. So 1 run on 4 base hits, no errors, and 3 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Yankees lead this one 7-1. Digging in, Austin Wins. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Drilled down the line. Behind 0-2 now. Another one sent foul. The 0-2 once more.
Ball.
This is in the air to left. Stanton has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting ninth.
At the plate, Chris Davis. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1, the count to Chris Davis.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles' first baseman. The 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Full count.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
The batter, number 11.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
Digging in now, Ramon Urias. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 1-0 the count. First and second now, 1 man out. Liner in there for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. To short, hit hard. Torres has it. LeMahieu for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. New inning set to get underway. Stepping in, Aaron Judge.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one,
You can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Taken high and deep to right. Mancini moving back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So striding forward now, Giancarlo Stanton. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Pitch on the way. 7 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. Ready for another shot now. Gary Sanchez. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. And Hayes will make the catch. This side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They're on top 7-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th.
Leading off.
Now
For the Orioles, the third baseman.
What's up?
Renato.
This is Mark DeRosa. Welcome to the show.
infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Swing and a liner. Foul.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Ford backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
The batter, the designated hitter.
Stepping into the box, Dwight Smith Jr. hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. In there, and it's 0-1. There's strike 2 as the slider hits the outside corner.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can back
up. And there are 2 gone.
The left fielder,
Anthony
25.
Santander the next to bat. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
1-1 to count. Now here's the pitch. 2-1.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
3-1 to him now. And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3. Stepping up to the plate, Torres. 2 base hits, both singles to this point.
Labor Torres.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball, that's down.
Iglesias now at short. Reined in. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Now at the plate, Mike Ford. No hits to this point. Oh, and just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. It's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there. Check pitch on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away. Now to the plate, Miguel Andujar. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 7 runs, 11 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Takes this the other way to right. Mancini makes the catch for out number 3. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They're on top 7-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. In now, Austin Hayes comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
First offering on its way.
Ball. 1-0.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
And here's a ball hit in the air, and no one will track it down. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
First baseman, number 19.
Chris Davis at the plate now. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Hit hard to the right, but foul. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're coming to the plate now. Gio Urshela. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Gio Urshela.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard towards center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he is into third base with a triple. His third hit this afternoon.
Even the best center fielders make mistakes once in a while, and that's definitely the case here. He totally misplays it, and by the time he recovers, no chance of keeping him from ending up at third.
So now to the plate, Brett Gardner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. 1-1 the count now. Runner at third here, nobody out. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a fourth.
And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. It was a fly out for him in his last trip.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad. If he can get it deep enough, he should be able to drive in a nice run with a sac fly.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. A man at third with 1 away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. Yanks held in check. They're on top 7-1. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jose Iglesias. And Dan Dean, his fellow top of the order hitters, haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch.
Ball.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time. Sometimes you got to scramble a good pitch. That's just a nice job of throwing your hands outside there, going to get it. Soft liner to the opposite field. Nice job.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Now a changeup locks him with 1 away.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 3, apparently, as he decides not to go after the double play that could have gotten him out of the inning. Digging in once again. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1.
Ball. That's down.
2 out here and a runner at second. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Hit out towards second. And this gets right through him, and that may be a run. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knock.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Brandon Bailey is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Seventh inning ready to roll. Ready once again. Aaron Judge. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a swing and a miss at a pitch well off the plate. It's strike one. Takes this the other way to right. Therefore it is Mancini, and that's the first out of the inning.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Now at the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Left center, base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Next for New York, Gary Sanchez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's a little chopper up the middle to Iglesias for one. On to Davis, but too late, and they'll settle for just the one. Stepping up now, Torres. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. So he'll add one to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Mike Ford is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. And he fouls this one off. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Two balls and a strike to the Yankees first baseman.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor. He's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Another payoff pitch. There's ball 4.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Oh, what a pitch to start the at-bat there. It's 0-1.
Hey, I love the aggressiveness right here and wanting to be a hero. But this is where you got to tell yourself to relax a little bit. I had an old coach tell me one time.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So no runs on 2 hits. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now at the plate, Anthony Santander. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. No balls and a strike to count. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. And the throw is wide as he couldn't keep his foot on the bag that time. And we'll have to see how they want to score that play.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. Soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it down the first base line. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
To the plate now, Austin Hayes. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. Torres at the bag. On to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now. Digging in to try it again, Austin wins. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And that's taken for strike 1.
0-1.
Ball 1.
We're playing 11. 1-1.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Stanton on the run. He can't get there as it falls in.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled that coming, turned and burned.
Here's Chris Davis now. And that misses for ball 1. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. That's inside. 2-0. From the belt, the pitch. Two out with a man at first. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Throw over to LeMahieu at second, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 5. It's 7. So digging in now, Gio Urshela trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. And it's 1-1.
We're playing 11. 1-1.
And a half swing here, but he pretty clearly went around, and it's 1-2 now. Line to the right side. But therefore it is Davis. He spears it for the first out. Standing in, Brett Gardner. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. This one to right field and deep off the bat of Gardner. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
Shawn Armstrong will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll get caught reaching on a first pitch slider for strike one. Taken, but called for strike two on the outer part of the zone. One and two to DJ LeMahieu.
One ball.
Runner at second here with one man out. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
From the stretch. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike one.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faced. Adam Ottavino is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jose Iglesias. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. 0-1 count and the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. Recovery throw is not in time, and that'll go down as a painful single. Well, this is certainly something you never want to see. Perhaps the silver lining here, if there is one, is that got him in the non-throwing arm. So if he had to work his way through this, he probably could, assuming, of course, that there's nothing broken in there. And I think he is indeed planning to give it another go. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Here's a swing and a miss. 1-1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Torres at the bag. Relay throw, but it'll be too late as he's well safe at first. Digging in, Trey Mancini. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 0-1 the count. From the belt, the pitch. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Renato Nunez. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. 1-0 the count. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Orioles leave 1. They're down 5. It's ready for another chance. Giancarlo Stanton, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Two and 0 to the Yankees left fielder.
Talk about certain guys in a lineup that you want to be really careful with. This
guy right here is one of those, and you can tell he's pitching awfully cautiously.
All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hayes is in retreat as he pulls it in for the first out.
The batter, the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Gary Sanchez. He's set. Here it comes.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Ball.
One out, nobody on. Two balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
And, whoa, awfully close, but it's ball 4, according to Woody Keller. Into the box now, Torres. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball, no.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Yankee shortstop behind in the count 1-2. Runners on first with 1 down. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fouled off. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball
As a hitter, do you think you can drive it? But it's really hard to get on top of that good, high, hard fastball.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. And there's strike 3. So we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. So Tommy Canely is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Dwight Smith Jr. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. And he just misses inside with the fastball there.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop. You better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
Hey, I know he's aware he can't tie the game with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's just trying to excite the boys and get one on the board.
And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Dan, tell me how frustrating that is right there. He comes unglued the pitch before, and then he shortens his swing, and he's able to fight you off for a 2-strike knock.
Sometimes, Mark, that's how you can get fooled as a pitcher. You see that previous pitch, you see that big swing, and you're expecting another big swing, but what does he do? He shortens it up and hits a bullet for a base hit.
1-2 now. From the belt, the pitch, and a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there. Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue.
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they end this thing with style, turning that double play to preserve the win. That's what we call finishing strong.
7-2 the final score this afternoon. New York jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Luis Severino gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Alex Cobb struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. Cole Stewart starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy really struggled last year. This season's going to be about a bounce back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much better pitcher than he was last year.
Digging in, DJ LeMahieu. He will lead this one off today. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right.
First pitch, 107.
Hard hit to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. A toss behind the back. And there's one away. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on DJ LeMahieu. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge as he'll take a look at ball one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him. And to boot, the defense was on its heels.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And no one will track it down. Now the 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Now the 1-0.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
3-0 to him now. 2 out, nobody on. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, D-Row, Earl Hendricks, he's not a guy that gets a lot of complaints by either players or pitchers. He's a pretty good umpire.
Yeah, Dan, Earl's got a great track record in his sport. He's pretty consistent, and overall, he's been a fair umpire.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good, couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
And a ball, 1-0. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. Fly ball out toward left center field. Chasing after it is Santander, but it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Off the bat, it looked like that might bring their first run of the game across. But those hopes ended quickly when it hopped over the wall. Everyone gets 2 bases on a ground rule double, so the runner from first is forced to stay at third, and the next guy is going to have to be the one to put them on the board.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. And it's fouled away. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. The 0-1 offering. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Iglesias onto the grass. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Yanks strand a pair. Yankees nothing. Orioles coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. James Paxton, a left-handed Canadian, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
We're looking at one of the top pitchers in the league right now. Solid win total from last year, and he'd like to win a whole bunch of games in this new season. He's a good pitcher, and he normally pitches good at the beginning of the season, and he rides that storm out all the way through the end. It'll be interesting to see what kind of start he gets off to this year.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Gardner is there. One pitch, one out. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
I got that this lineup, Matty, in Oriole Park likes to swing the bats. This place plays small. This place has a low wall. You can drive it out pretty much line to line, and there's a lot of room to be a hero in this yard.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. In his career, Mancini is slugging north of 480, which puts him among some of the best power hitters in the game in that category. And that is through into center field, a base hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
And here's Renato Nunez as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 1-1 home. Fouled away. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Gardner will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Striding into the box. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. Alberto fields it cleanly. Throw to first to be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
All right, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Orioles. And let's spot shadow first baseman Chris Crush Davis. Doesn't get enough love for how soft this guy's hands are. Constantly picking middle infielders left and right. We get it. He's got power. But look for him to make a nice play on defense as well.
On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Smoke toward the hole. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
So here's the veteran Brett Gardner. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 2-1. And he pops it up. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy With a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
DJ LeMahieu stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. Hit back up the middle. Iglesias to his left. He's there. Throw on to first, and the Yankee threat goes by the board. Anthony Santander, the next to bat. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6. In there, 0-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Paxton, also known as Big Maple due to his Canadian roots. He was a 4th-round selection, and he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. Second home run early in the year. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Boy, this guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Austin Hayes, the next to bat. He'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
That's inside. 2-0.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Settling in now, Ramon Urias, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And a strike called at the knees, 0-1. Hayes on at first, nobody out. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. In there, 1-2 now. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
That's a good but risky take there. On 0-2, some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
Voit is there, and he's got it for the first out. Ready now for Baltimore. Pedro Severino. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Orioles out to an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. Hayes blows through the stop sign, headed for home. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 2.
Man, they already hit 1 home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving...
Here's Chris Davis now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. Urshela trying to get there, and that will end up a foul ball. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory, but this will land untouched. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
And he gets ahead 0-1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Grounded up the first baseline. Here's the 0-2. in under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2.
And this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors in. Top of the 3rd set to get underway. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Aaron Judge. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. He might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Stanton on his way up to second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll reach unsuccessfully at a slider away, it's strike 1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Yeah, doubled up on the slider away there. Got him to go after it before, so why not see if he'll offer at it again?
Here's a chopper left side of the infield. Alberto gloves it, and there's out number 2. Riding in once again, Torres. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. And it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. Stanton rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate as it's now a 1-run ball game.
Boy, Dero, so close to getting the strikeout there. Needed to make one more pitch and didn't throw a good enough breaking ball there with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and that's what you pray for from an offensive standpoint. You try and pick up that red spinning dot that constitutes slider coming in there, and then you hope it doesn't fall off the table. He was able to get himself inside that baseball and get a ribby hit.
Luke Voigt stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
They say the toughest pitch in baseball is a located fastball. I disagree. That nasty slider is tough to hold up on.
Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. And this will be fouled away. A runner on first with 2 away. And he fouls this one off. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Booyah. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Second home run early in the year. As the Yankees move out in front here, it's now 3-2.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Standing in now, Mike Tauchman.
The right fielder.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at bat.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
Throw on to Davis takes care of him, and that'll end the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We played 2.5, and New York has taken a 3-2 lead. Bottom of the third now. Digging in for his second at bat, Hanser Alberto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And that'll bring up the power hitting outfielder Trey Mancini. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Renato Nunez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball, 1-0. This is foul right side. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. Still a 3-2 ball game. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela as we begin the top of the 4th. Here it comes. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Two and 0 now. Now the 2-0 home.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
He's set, and the pitch. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Urshela is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as they push the lead to 4-2.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
1-2 to DJ LeMahieu.
I know he's been struggling early, but that pitch right there, well executed changeup. If he can mix that in, maybe he hangs around for a little while longer.
And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
3 1/3 innings, 61 pitches. I'm not sure he's going to be around for much longer.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul. 2-1. Three and 1. Don't go too far. The dangerous Giancarlo Stanton gets his shot next. The 3-1. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
And things are not looking good here in the 4th inning. That's the second walk of the frame. Good time for the catcher to go out to the mound and have a chat with this guy to give him a little breather.
First pitch on its way. Giancarlo Stanton is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Now the 1-0. Count even now at 1-1. He's ready. Now the pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2. Ready now, Gary Sanchez. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second is in to score. It's 5-2.
Hey, D-Roy, I think we got a case right now. This team, they're just feasting on a pitcher that he's given up some runs, and it looks like he's starting to get a little bit tired, leaving some of these pitches up in the zone.
Yeah, and I think there's a fight at the bat rack right now. Guys are licking their chops, knowing he's a little bit tired, going to leave stuff over the middle of the plate. Won't be surprised to see the bullpen get going.
Stepping in now, Torres, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Now here's a bouncing ball headed for Iglesias at short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Infielders are taught from the time they hold a glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
Standing in, Luke Voigt, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, and that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Oh, 1 count, the pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. 2 out, bases loaded. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and chopped up the middle. throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. On now to... In now for the O's, Anthony Santander. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Takes this the other way to right. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. So the Orioles get their leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Popped him up. Urshela in foul ground. 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ramon Urias. He popped out in his first trip. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. And that misses 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Orioles leave 1. They trail 5-2. Striding in, Mike Tauchman. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Out in front of it, strike 1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Ball outside.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That 2-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Into the box, Gio Urshela. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. The tag. And they got him as he couldn't get back to second. Here's Brett Gardner now. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
They talk about having a day. How about 3 at-bats, 3 knocks? Not a bad day, D-Row.
We used to say in the big leagues on the bench, anybody can get 2. Can you get 3? And if you get 3, who's on the hook for 4?
So back to the top of the Yankee order. Digging in, DJ LeMahieu. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Hayes on the run for it, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Urshela rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate. And they lead now by 4. But no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
Just a great at-bat there. That one-out double gets a run across, and now they've got runners at second and third and are one solid swing away from making this a real big inning.
Here's big Aaron Judge, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 2-0.
Tough situation for him right here. I mean, he's got an open base, so he doesn't have to give in to this guy, but there's definitely danger looming on deck, so you can't just completely work around him either.
Bouncer to the left side. A play at the plate, and not in time as the run scores.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. He thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed.
In there, no balls and a strike. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Line drive to left. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
And that's a base hit right there on a hanging 2-strike changeup.
And that's one we like to call a hanger right there. You see it high, you let it fly. Nice job by the offensive player.
Wade LeBlanc gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. So here's the cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 3 runs already home here. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1-2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher off.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall. A home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Now batting, the first baseman.
In now, Luke Voigt. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
At the plate now, Mike Tauchman, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. 2 out with the man at first. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. All told, 10 men come to the plate here. 6 of them. Welcome back to Baltimore as we send you down to check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Chris Davis stands in as he looks at a called strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The batter, number 11.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Jose Iglesias. He went down on strikes last time up. Strike taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. Lifted into center field. Gardner is there. 2 gone.
Now batting.
And digging into the batter's box will be Hanser Alberto. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Breaking ball drops right in the chute for a strike.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
The 2-2. Hit softly on the ground to third. He's got it. Throw on to Voit takes care of him, and the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Gio Urshela. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point.
Gio Urshela.
First pitch coming. Here it is. This is line to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
The center fielder, number 11.
Digging in and looking for more, Brett Gardner. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2.
Now batting, the second baseman.
2 away now in the Yankees' 6th, and that'll bring in DJ LeMahieu. First pitch of the at-bat.
No, that's in.
2 out, nobody on. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
Judge.
To the plate now, Aaron Judge. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Strike 2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Bottom of the inning now. So here's Trey Mancini. 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first inning of play. And this is low, ball 1. On a great pitch there, caught in reach, and it's 1-1. Now a shot out toward the alley in right center. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
First pitch on its way. Cut fastball taken for then at 1-1. Oh, shaking his head on that knuckle curve. 1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Gardner patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. Now at the plate, Anthony Santander. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. There's a strike with the breaking ball. Hit hard to the right side, but foul. 1 out and a runner on second base. Hit high and deep to right center. Gardner on the move. But it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And there are 2 gone now. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Into the box, Austin Hayes. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Ground ball right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Boy, that's a good piece of hitting dealer right there. Takes the pitch away and just goes ahead and slaps it to the opposite field.
Yeah, just grabbed himself an RBI right there. Didn't try and do too much. Took what the pitcher gave him, and it worked out.
Now batting, the pitcher,
Pedro Severino digs in at the plate. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that ends the inning. Orioles settle for 1. 7th inning. Digging in, Giancarlo Stanton. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Here comes the first pitch. The 0-1 pitch. And he looks at a ball. 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
And he got him.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out toward left center field. Hayes calls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out.
next for the Yankees.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Torres, 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Well, this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the third out. 1, 2, 3, go the ball. Chris Davis at the plate now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 2 quick strikes and now the 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today he's gone on strikes.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Jonathan Loizaga enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Standing in now, Hanser Alberto. In the dirt, and now let's see. Is there, and he's out trying to take second. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0.
2-0 the count.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Trey Mancini would be next if they can keep this inning alive.
Yeah!
That one's in there. 3-1. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center, and that's in there. Base hit. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. And here's a ball out towards straightaway center field. Gardner is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So striding in, Luke Voigt. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, ball.
Here it comes. 1-0. This is popped up. Alberto has a play. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, right fielder.
So stepping in, Mike Tauchman. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
The third baseman,
At the plate, Gio Urshela. Here comes the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Chasing after it is Santander. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Yankees retired on just 4 pitches. They're still in command, however. It's 11-3. Striding forward now is the DH, Renato Nunez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
the designated hitter, Renato Nunez.
First delivery to him on the way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2. Fouled off. high in the air out towards shallow right. Right fielder is on the run. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
You got to be frustrated if you're on the mound. You try and go elevated heater right there and blow some cheese by him, and he's able to scramble.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Going back is the right fielder. Into the flag court and gone. A two-run blast to straightaway right field. His second of the game to just 6 now.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
So now to the plate, Austin Hayes. Voit is there, 1 away. Now batting, Ramon Urias. Last time through was a base hit. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
That's a tough curveball right there to stay into as a lefty hitter. That ball looks like it's almost been
lifted into the air out towards center field. Gardner going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The catcher, number 28.
Stepping in, Pedro Severino. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Couldn't lay off the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. And a breaking ball freezes him. Strike 3 called, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We've played 8 full. The Yankees lead it 11-5. Michael Rooker comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Into the box now, Brett Gardner. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A bouncer up the middle, and a dive, but it's off his glove, and that should go as a base hit. And he will not have time to recover it short. That's an infield single.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball 1. Nobody out, runner on first. This is fought off foul over to the right side. It's a ball and a strike. From the stretch.
That's the ball.
And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen.
The 2-1.
That's the ball. 3 balls, no strikes.
There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
And awfully close there on 3-2, but take your base, says Earl Hendricks. It's ball 4.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. And it's a ball and 2 strikes now to Aaron Judge.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Ready on 0-2. Chopped to third. Tough to get to. Alberto has it. The second for 1. And the throw is off target there, so he'll reach first base safely.
Now back.
At the plate, Gary Sanchez. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way.
That's the ball.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through into left field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Well, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving dabs to the first base coach. Glad that found the hole right there. Ribeye steak, chalk one up.
He's looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here. And it's quickly 0-2. 2 down, runners at first and second. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Santander will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. Stepping into the box, Chris Davis starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Jose Iglesias. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Hit on the ground to short. On to first, and the Orioles are down to their final out. At the plate, Hanser Alberto. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Here's a little chopper up the middle.
Torres brings it in.
Throw on to first, and the Yankees have come in here and finished off a 3-game sweep as this one is over.
Look, it's easy. You don't have to look any further than the 5th inning to see where this game was decided. They put together a big rally and did everything down the stretch to secure this win.
12-5 is the final in this ball game. New York led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. James Paxton gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Cole Stewart couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.